All right, Larry Krueger here from the Pig and a Pickle Crew Show with a little 49er video as we come to you after practice on Friday down here in Santa Clara. Niners getting ready to take on the Tennessee Titans. We should tell you we're brought to you by Pig and a Pickle. The best barbecue in all of Northern California is Pig and a Pickle. Check them out. They're in Emeryville. They're in Corte Madera. They're soon to be opening in Petaluma, and they're open 7 days a week from 11 a.m. till 8 p.m. or until they run out, and they do run out. So get there early, get some brisket chili. Tell them the Krug sent you. All right, let's talk a little bit about everything that happened down here on a Friday. Niners getting ready to take on the Tennessee Titans. CMC practiced today. He was ill yesterday, but he was back out there today and practicing. Also today at practice, Sam Aquinu, Tatum Bethune, Nick Martin, and Eric Kendricks all did not practice for the third day in a row. Akinu's got an ankle, Bethune's got an ankle, Martin's in the concussion protocol, Kendricks has got a calf strain. Consider for what it's worth, but NFL Rumors on Twitter said today that the Browns have interest in Robert Saleh if they wind up firing Kevin Stefanski. One other practice note, YGM practiced today with the hamstring, so he's back out there. Look for him to play Sunday against the Titans. We should tell you that this 49er practice report is all season long are brought to you by our friends at Plank, the 50,000 square foot entertainment eatery at Jack London Square. They just opened the Hub, a brand new sports viewing space. They've got a massive 30-foot media wall, over 70 TVs. It's the ultimate spot to watch every game. Incredible food, specialty cocktails. They've got a huge 15,000 square foot outdoor beer garden. Plus, bring the kids. They've got bowling, they've got bocce, they've got arcade games, 12 lanes of bowling. It's really cool. And right now, if you're a Krug Show listener, you get 15% off through the end of the year. Just say you know me, and it will be on games, food, and non-alcoholic drinks through the end of the year. Also, it's a perfect place to host your holiday party for friends, family, your team at work. Check them out online, plankoakland.com. That's plankoakland.com. And thanks to Plank for being a proud sponsor of the Krug Show. A couple other Niner notes. Niners roll into this game with the Titans sitting in the 6th spot in the NFC playoff rankings. 49ers are 9-4, and they're a 12.5-point favorite over Tennessee in this game. Brock Purdy has been up and down, throughout the year with the injuries and missing 8 weeks because of turf toe. But Brock's playing well right now, and he's 4-1 in his starts this year. You should see the Niners pass rush maybe getting home against Cam Ward. Cam Ward is tied with Geno Smith. He's taken 49 sacks on the year. It's the most in the NFL. The big question of the Niner offensive line is, can the Niner interior of Dom Pooney, Spencer Burford, Jake Brendel, can they handle Jeffrey Simmons? Simmons is a beast. He's one of the very, very best at what he does. He's got 8 sacks. And Burford is making his 6th start at left guard. And he's been sharing time with Barch, and now he's going to have to play the whole time. So can he stand up to one of the NFL's most fearsome defensive tackles? We're going to find out. One of the key matchups to watch in this game is D. Winters, who leads the Niners in tackles against the combo of Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears. Pollard had 161 rush yards last week against Cleveland, and the Niners missed a ton of tackles against the Browns, due largely probably to fatigue. But how the Niners stop the run is going to have a huge impact on this game. If they can't stop Pollard and Spears, it could be a long day, even against the 2-win Titans. Is Ricky Pearsall going to show up? I mean, that's the other question. Ricky Pearsall has got 5 catches for 20 yards in 3 games since his return. This guy had a couple 100-yard days at the end of last year. He had a couple 100-yard days at the beginning of this year. And it looked like he was going to be an absolute key cog. Then he got hurt, PCL strain. And he's come back in the last 3 games. It's not like he's not playing. He is playing. He's played 80% of the offensive snaps, and he's not getting anything done. Today we asked Shanahan, hey, do you talk to your receivers when they're not seeing the ball? And he's like, well, I talk to them when you guys are asking him about it a lot. Like, we're the problem. Like somehow we're the issue with Ricky Pearsall not catching the ball. I don't know who the issue is. It could be Brock. It could be the O-line. It could be Pearsall's not that great. It could be the coaching. It could be the play calling. It could be the weather. It could be the injuries. It could be any number of things. But I'm sure as hell convinced it's not me. It's not the media. All right? We're not the reason that Ricky's not doing it. So, but Shanahan did say, when the media starts going, hey, why aren't you catching the ball and asking questions of his receivers? Sometimes he'll go and talk to his receivers. So I bet you he's talking to Ricky because we're asking what's going on. This guy was a first-round draft choice, and he hasn't really done much of anything. He's got no touchdowns. He's played a bunch of games. He should have a touchdown by now. Will Tennessee win this game? Well, Tennessee has not won 2 games in a row in a season since November of the 2022 campaign. That's right, it was the 2022 season, the last time the Titans won 2 in a row. In fact, since they last won 2 in a row of November of 2022, they're 11-41 since that point. So, I don't think, it's funny, I talked to a number of Titans people this week. None of them seem to think that the Titans have much of a shot in this game. Never disrespect your opponent in the NFL. You're always, one big play on special teams and a couple turnovers away from losing the game. But I think the Niners probably got this one in hand this weekend. The 49ers are giving up over 100 yards rushing per game, 103.8 rushing yards per game. It's kind of a big deal. Because here's Pollard and here's Spears, and if they can't stop the run in this game, the Titans are dead last in the NFL in rushing attempts in the second half. Why? Because they're getting beat so bad in the first half that they don't even bother trying to run the ball in the second half. So they're not even trying to run it. If they have success in the first half of this game and they can run the ball in the second half, that will be a very, very bad sign for the 49ers. As far as Cam Ward, I think it would have benefited the Niners greatly to get Cam Ward earlier in the year. Earlier in the year, he was really struggling. From weeks 1 through week 10, he completed 58%. Now, since week 11 on, he's completing 62%. So he's starting to see it a little bit more. He's starting to have a better idea, and he's starting to see the kind of the rhythm and the patterns of NFL defenses, and he's starting to play a little bit better. So now he doesn't have Calvin Ridley. He's got two. They run the highest percentage of 11 personnel of anybody in pro football. So they're going 3 wides all the time. 2 of their 3 wides are rookies. So, anytime you're going 3 wides all the time and 2 of your 3 guys are rookies, including your quarterback's also a rookie, it's going to make for a tough passing game, and that's really what the Titans have had. They've had struggles. One key in this game, block Arden Key. He's got a 22% pass rush win rate last week against Cleveland. If he does that again, that will be a problem. The Niners win in this game, their playoff probability goes to 96%. If they lose, it falls to 83%. A couple other notes. Tennessee's got the interim head coach, Mike McCoy. Tennessee snapped a 7-game losing streak last week with their win against Cleveland. They played 11 rookies last week. You think the Niners have a young team? Tennessee's got a really young team. CMC probably is going to go off. Look for him. He ranks 4th in the NFL with 13 touchdowns, 10 in the last 8 games. The Niners ranked number 1 over the past 9 weeks in red zone touchdown percentage. They're scoring touchdowns on 75.8% of their red zone trips, nearly 76%. That's a great number. And that's really a great number to see because last year the Niners struggled badly to score touchdowns in the red zone. This year they're getting it done in the red zone. So that's a good thing. That's a great sign for the 49ers. We should also tell you this 49er football season, all season long, is presented on the Krug Show by Sleeper, the fastest growing fantasy platform in the world. It's a one-stop shop. You get blazing fast news, real-time stats, group chats, season-long leagues, and of course Sleeper picks for daily fantasy. Use promo code Larry, easy to remember, Larry, and Sleeper will match your first deposit up to $100. Links in the description. Terms and conditions do apply. All right, I'm headed back to Walnut Creek. At 6 o'clock, we'll have Niners Nightly on KMBR. Mr. Kaharski is going to stop by. He is the beat writer for the Titans, Paul Kaharski, and we'll look forward to speaking with him tonight in the 6 o'clock hour on KMBR. Tomorrow, listen for us at 10 a.m. for 49er Forecast. The great Todd Husak is going to stop by for a segment, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So thanks to Sleeper, thanks to Pig in a Pickle, thanks to Plank, and thanks to all of you guys for supporting the Krug Show on YouTube.